Hi there, this is Kathy Crow here at the Crow Cottage on a day I'm normally not here and I don't have a whole lot of time. Probably you don't either, but I didn't bring all of my sentiments over. I'm going to do this fun fold card. This is coming out in my newsletter this week, and I'll show it to you when I put it down. But it's a fun fold. You'll really like it. It's not hard to do, but it was complicated to describe writing it, and I don't even have, the measurements are kind of subjective, there's a wiggle room, in other words. It makes it easier to do, sort of, but you do have to make the actual cuts exact length, but they can be in different places. So anyway, you'll get it as we go. Again, pretty easy to do. I cut mine on a cutting machine though, originally, and that's the template that I just use to show people how to do this. But when I looked at all the writing I had to do to make the I knew I could never, it'd make you too sick to even try to do it. You can hold on to this video and like and share it if you want to keep a track of it. It's a good one. It's a good card. You'll like it. It's actually really easy to do once you just make your cuts. So Otterly Amazing is a really cute stamp set. Did not get the stamp set, did not get the dies. I just bought the paper because I could see right away the paper was plenty for me. Gives me lots of things to do, and I haven't finished with it yet, so I have enough to show you, but it is still available. You have a new catalog coming up. I'm going to flip the camera here and try to, oops, that like super brightened me up. I don't want to do that. Why did it do that? Oh, good. It's gone. It's gone. I need to flip us here. So let's see. I did decide I'm going to just, even though I like having my glass mat to use and all, it just is so much glare that I decided I'm not going to do the glass mat anymore. If I have to do sponging and things, then I will try to figure that out. And then also, I don't know if I'm going to get to my second card, but I am going to use the everyday arches on it if I do get to it, because the everyday arches are really cool. I don't know how much longer those are going to be available. You probably should get over to Stampin' Up! And check it out, because if you miss it, there's no way you can get it. I mean, seriously, things go and they sometimes come back and a lot of times they don't. So if you are interested in having something that is, you're going to keep for a little while, you might want to head over there. All right, so here is my card. Let me show this to you. I'm using as my base color, just this one color is Pretty Peacock. And this is an old stamp. I actually just fussy cut it because I didn't buy the punch that came with it, but I really did like it with this. And then it's a little pop out. And it blends itself really nice. This pop out is great when you have little images. Like these little otters in the paper are pretty small. If you have bigger ones, they kind of tend to flop out. Now I've got a couple of sentiment things just ready to go, kind of to just show you how they set up and off the card. But when I make the one I'm doing today, we'll actually cut out some of these little otters and stick them on. They're very cute. And then you just have enough of a flap to come under. It shuts. You don't have to do a belly band, okay? Which is kind of nice, because a lot of times these pop-ups I make sure that I do a belly band, and I kind of like belly bands, but then it cries out for a ribbon, and if you do a ribbon, it's kind of a guy's thing, not. It's going to be a girl thing after that. And so, anyway, I am going to get started. So this piece of cardstock, I've already cut the one that I did the lines, so you can see how I cut it. But what I did is I just cut my paper this is 9 1/4 by 6 inches. Okay, so this is a pretty big piece. And then I just laid my template right on here. but this is the paper that's going to show. So I want to make sure that I am, I've got it in exactly the right place. Do I? It should be identical on both sides, but you know, because I'm using a template, it isn't perfect because I cut around the template, you know. So I'm just making sure though that I've got an idea of what's going on here correctly. Oh, Jeff is home. Great. All right, so Jeff. I'm doing a video down here. I'm doing my Facebook video. Oh, I'm sorry. No, you're fine. I just wanted to let you know. I'll be done as soon as I can. All right. So anyhow, we're what you're gonna do when you come in, you get your piece. It's 9 1/4, like I said, by 6, and then you're going to come in to the side here, 1 5/8 on both sides. And you're going to make this cut 3 7/16. I know that's an odd number, but it has to be exact because of the folds, okay? So you're coming down 1 inch here, and you're coming up here 1 inch. So there's a 1 inch margin here. There's a 1 inch margin here. There's a fold line here. And then you're coming in, like I said, in 1 5/8. And I would just make little marks, you know, if you're actually using this and measuring, just make little marks so that you know this is a straight line to here to cut this, okay? And so that's why you want the back side of the paper to be up so you can actually mark it. So you're in 1 inch, you come in 1 5/8 of an inch here, you cut straight down here, and straight down here, 3 7/16. Okay, and then you're going to come down 2 1/4 from this edge now, still 2 1/4 of an inch, and you're out here. You come in 3/4 of an inch from these edges. Okay, come in 3/4 of an inch. And then you are going to cut this. This is a long one. This one is cut 4 5/8 all the way to here. Okay, same thing on this side. You're coming in 3/4 of an inch for the margin, and you're cutting 4 3/4 for your line. Okay, you're scoring at your 1 inch. You're scoring at your boy, this score line is at 2 1/4. Now this score line just goes from this cut to this cut. For this score line, you're going from this outer cut, which started at 2 1/4, and you're scoring all the way through here to this, okay? Now when you get here, this is where this cut line ended. You're going to make a little score line 1/2 of an inch up and in on both of these sides, and then mark that. You're going to cut here 2 1/8 of an inch right here, 2 1/8 of an inch, both sides, okay? And your fold line is going to go through this whole. This is the whole center of your card. So this is let's measure it because I'm not exactly sure what that one is. Oh, I think it's 4 5/8. Yes, it's 4 5/8. Okay, that's what that 4 and 5. So that's your score line, and it should be in half. If it's not perfect, it'll be okay, but it can't be off a lot. All right, so now you're going to come back down here. You're going another, you've already cut here to this was a 2 1/4 cut line, just like this. This right here is going to go out 1/2 of an inch again with little fold lines, little score lines, and then you're going to cut again another 2 and 1, or no, this one's shorter to make it work well. I did this one at 1 5/8 of an inch. Is that right? No, I did it at, no, it's got to be at 2 1/4. I'm not sure why I didn't write that dimension in, but I didn't. So this is 2 1/4, I believe. Let me measure it just to be sure. Yes, it's 2 1/4 of an inch. All right, so you're cutting 2 1/4 of an inch and stopping, 2 1/4 of an inch and stopping. This fold line is from the bottom of this long cut all the way through to the bottom of this other cut. That's at 7 inches from here down to here. That's 7 inches. And then from here to here is 8 3/16 of an inch, but basically it's just from this cut line to this cut line. So you don't even have to measure, just cut and then make your fold. When you fold the card, the things that are imperfections you'll fix. Okay, I know that's very complicated sounding. That's why it's helpful to have a template. Then you only have to do this sort of thing one time. And then you're just gonna take your little X-Acto blade. Now, I don't even bother putting my little X-Acto blade in my, in anything, because I don't need to. You're gonna you need a foam mat or something that's sturdy to cut underneath. So I'm just gonna grab a foam mat here, and then I'm just gonna make my cuts. Okay, because this is light cardstock, it's not that hard to do. Okay, one there, a long one here. Another one here, and one here, and one here. Now we do have a new catalog coming out May 5. The paper, cardstock paper, is actually going up by almost, I think it's almost $4 a pack. So if you have cardstock that you're gonna buy, make sure that you get it now. If it's not the new in color, all the other colors are available still, I believe, although now that that announcement's been made, it's probably gonna start disappearing on us. So if you need cardstock, you need to get in there and get it. Now I don't need this mat anymore, so I'm gonna get rid of that. And then I'm gonna take my little cutting board for this other part. I can use this for the scoring part. Now I'm just gonna score between this line and this line. Okay. So I'm just positioning this where I can see those marks, making sure it's straight. And that's there. And then I'm just gonna score there. And then coming in and scoring from this cut line to this cut line. Oops, just from the cut line to the cut line, right straight through. Now this part is a little tricky because this is that little one right here. So I kind of need to see this one right there, just a little half and another little half. Okay, and then we're going to do the part of the card that actually is the half card right there. Okay, went all the way through, and then we're going to do, I seem to have missed one. I think, no, that one does not get a fold. Okay, no fold. There's this little half one right here that I need to do, though. Right. It needs to be right where your cut line is. So if you didn't score and cut perfect, which I haven't because I did not use a cutting machine this time with you, then there will be imperfections and you'll fix it as we go. So now this one is from this outer cut line to this outer cut line. I did this with my team one time and I didn't realize that you need to have really small images to do on the pop-ups. Everything I'd picked to do was sticking out of the card, and I was so frustrated. That's what happens when you're just kind of a ding-a-ling. Okay, so there we go. Now we're just doing it from this cut line to this cut line as far as scoring, and that is that. Now you get to fold. All right, so we're gonna make a mountain fold in the middle, I believe. I'm gonna open my card. I wanna make sure I get my fold lines correct because it's upside down. So if I turned it like this, it would be a valley fold, okay, in the middle. So I'm gonna keep it like this for now so I can see all my score lines a little better. That's gonna fold like that. So it's just opposite of, you know, just the opposite of whatever you just did, basically. So this is gonna be, if it's upside down to you, it's a mountain fold. So make that. And these edges are a mountain fold. And this is a mountain fold. And then these are valley folds right here, because they're gonna pop up. Okay, now you just have to work slow. If you try to do this too fast, you're gonna hurt yourself. You're just gonna be frustrated with it. All right, so that is that, and then these are also valley folds. Okay, these pop out like that, these big ones right here. If you're on the side of your images, those are popping out. I'm gonna get that folded. And that, back up again, let's get you up. Okay, and then that's the valley fold. On the side there, and that side is a valley fold there. And these are a mountain fold. That means this is a valley fold there and there. Okay. And this is a, what is that? That is a valley fold. I'm not sure that should be a valley fold, but it is. Oh, that's right. These are straight here. Okay, so that's a valley fold. And that one is a valley fold as well. All right, now once you get to this point and you can start to close it, you want to. Once you've gotten it closed, you do not have to have these even here. Okay, don't even anything up. I know the tendency is you're going to want to even these edges up. Do not. It will not look bad as is. You want all of this that's up. Like I didn't do a perfect, measurement, so it's up a little bit. No sweat. You want this. This is fine the way it is. These edges need to be matching on this side, but not this side. Okay, so make sure these sides match. Once these sides match and it's closed, take your bone folder and smooth it out and get those folds exactly where you want them. They need to be where they're gonna go. You don't want to alter anything at this point. Once you've got the cuts and the folds done, you want this to be nice and flat in your card. So put the folds where they need to go so it is going to be nice and flat, and do not worry about your lines being off a little bit from that, okay? Now there's still some other ones on the other side too, so I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to do the same thing, making sure that I've got all my score lines nice and burnished. And on the inside here too, right there and there, there. And there, and there, and there. All right, and now it's ready to pop open. Isn't that cute? Now, that is the most work you're gonna do, is just that. That's the hardest part. I am gonna take a picture of this and put this in the comments for this, but that's gonna be on Facebook only. If you are a YouTube viewer, you won't have the benefit of that. You're gonna have to come over to Facebook to get it. So for your outside card, though, this is 6 1/8 by 11. Now this is 11 already, so I just need to take this and cut it 6 1/8. So I need my arm out. Oops, my score tool fell out. They did give us these score tools, you know, they're available if you lose any like I used to all the time. You can buy them now. 6 1/8. And then we're going to score this side, this longer side. No, I didn't do that right because I need by 11. Oh, brother. Let me do that again. Let me grab another sheet of Pretty Peacock. Good thing I have a bunch. This is one of my favorite colors. It kind of goes with all kinds of things. So let's try that again. Take another piece. We want to cut it this direction. 6 1/8. Okay, by 11. And then you turn it and you're going to score it at 4 3/4 and 9 1/2. Okay, and then that's going to give you your little fold to tuck under the pocket. And now this just glues inside. Okay, now that you've got that all done, you can make sure it's going to close properly. Oops, what have I done? I need a bigger one because some reason this is not quite folding in enough. So I am going to alter this and put this score line farther out. Instead of at 9 1/2, I need it to be more like at 9 3/4, I think. So I'm going to just do it that way. So instead of cutting a new sheet and all, I am going to just give myself another 1/2 inch. And I'm going to score that again just to save us time. And flop that like that. And let's see if it'll fit in there. If I do that, if it doesn't, because the front, of course, is short. So we'll see how that works. I think my front is the issue. Let's try it. No, I can't do it like that. It's got to be like this. Okay, there we go. Now it will work. Okay, so this needs to be, instead of 9 1/2, it needs to be 9 3/4. Okay, and then you're going to take your glue. Now the only part that you need to make sure that you're gluing really good is that absolute outer edge. Okay, so you can use tape if it's, well, not now. If you did it before you folded, you could use tape. But you're gonna, if you're using glue like me, make sure it is not going out anywhere, you know, very slim amounts of glue here. You don't want it oozing out all over the place. Don't get it anywhere right too close to that edge, because sometimes that's what happens with it. You do want to get all of your glue on here. Okay, it'll be fine. You need enough to make sure it's going to stay down, because it's gonna take a little bit of a beating here. And then you're going to insert that right there. Push that down. Make sure that edge is right there, and this is here, right up against where it needs to be. Okay, so that it's, and flatten it out. There we go. Make sure that's all flattened out good. And now it's glued on pretty good. Oh, it's a little tiny bit crooked. I can't budge it now. Oh, wow, it's close enough. It's not hanging out, so it'll be fine. But it was a little, I got it in there a little crooked. That's unfortunate. All right, so now you are done with that part. All you need to do is cut out your paper. This is the easy part. I'm not even, since Jeff is home, as you know, I am not going to take the time to do all of this because I want to spend some time with my husband. He's fun. And all I did is I took this sheet and cut where I could see the otters I wanted, and use my stitched rectangle ones. And actually we are getting new dies that are stitched rectangles. I believe they're stitched, I don't know, but they are rectangles. So if you don't have this set, because this is a retired one, just wait and get them with the new catalog. And then I just glued that down, put it on dimensionals. If you do it on dimensionals, it tucks right in. And then I just cut out some sentiments. These actually would be very easy to just fussy cut out. You can also, well, here you go. I even have one ready to go. If you want to do it this way, you can do it that way too. Either way works, it doesn't matter. They're pretty cute otters, no matter what you do with them. They're just fun, fun, fun. And let's see, this one, but you do need little ones. These are too big to be putting on the inside, okay? If you do, you're gonna have to stick it like here maybe, so that when it goes like this, it isn't sticking out. You see what I mean? Let me grab one really quick and show you what I mean, because if you get images that are too big, they just don't work. Like here's this guy, I've got him already done. His tail's pretty long. You see how his tail is sticking out there? If I stick him here, he's over things. If I stick him here though, he's still sticking out. You see what I mean? These long ones, you can do it if you're gonna put him like that. Then he'll manage to stay on there. But if it's really a long image, it won't work. So these little guys right here, they will work. And they have the blue background too. Okay, so if you want to do any images that are cut out and you're putting them on, like this little mom and her baby's very cute. So we can just cut that one out really quick. These otters, you can get the dies. The dies won't cut these tiny images out though, because the images that are with the dies are for the stamp set. They're the bigger images on this paper will be cut out by them, but not these little teeny tiny ones. Now see, that fits in there perfect. And then that does not stick out when it's closed. All right, so that is the fun fold. I am gonna be done for today. And thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next week. Bye.